renting, mortgages, and captivity. What Scripture says about America's housing system. Peace to the remnant. Today I want to talk about something that affects almost every person in the United States. Renting, mortgages, and the struggle just to have a roof over your head. And I want to show you how Scripture already explained this system thousands of years ago. Let's start with Ecclesiasticus 29, verses 21 through 28. It says that water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover shame are the principal things of life. It also says a man should not be driven from house to house, and that living under another man's roof is bondage. Look at America. People rent for 10, 20, 30 years. People move every year or two. People pay mortgages until they're 60 or 70. People never stabilize. People never inherit. People never rest. That is Ecclesiasticus 29 in reverse. The system is designed to keep people houseless in spirit, even when they have a building over their head. Now look at Jeremiah 29, verses 5 through 7. God told Israel, even in captivity, build houses, plant gardens, multiply, establish stability. But in America, most people can't build. Most people can't own. Most people can't settle. Most people can't pass anything down. The system keeps people in perpetual instability. Now let's go to Proverbs 22:7. It says the borrower is servant to the lender. A 30-year mortgage is not ownership. It is a 30-year servitude contract. Renting is not freedom. It is lifelong dependence. The American housing system is a servanthood system. Now look at Deuteronomy 28:12. God said his people would lend and not borrow, be the head and not the tail. That is covenant economics, ownership, stability, inheritance. But America has the opposite: borrowing, renting, debt, instability, dependence. That is not blessing. That is captivity. And finally, Deuteronomy 23, verses 19 through 20. God forbids charging interest to your brother. He forbids profiting off of someone's survival. He forbids turning shelter into business. But the American system is built on interest, compounding interest, rent increases, and profit from housing. It is anti-Torah economics. It is the exact system God forbade. So let me put it all together for the remnant. Ecclesiasticus 29 says, shelter is a principal thing, and constant moving is bondage. Jeremiah 29 said, God expects stability even in captivity. Proverbs 22:7 says, mortgages and rent are servanthood. Deuteronomy 28:12 says, borrowing is a curse, not a blessing. Deuteronomy 23:19 through 20 forbids the interest-based housing system entirely. The American housing system violates every covenant principle of shelter. Renting and mortgages are not signs of prosperity. They are signs of captivity. This is why the remnant must understand the times we are living in. This is why we must build differently. This is why we must return to covenant patterns of land, inheritance, and stability. I'm Augustus, teaching the remnant with clarity and alignment. Stay rooted in the covenant and stay rooted in the truth.